The King reads comments. Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? It's Big E from the King's Room. I'm going to be catching up on comments. I've got a lot to catch up on, so this might be a longer video. This is the same day. Well, this is the day after my PC crashed. Had to swap the motherboard. Hard drive is gone. Had to basically rebuild it. So I'm doing this, well, one, because I'm behind, but also just kind of get my mind out of it and just try to move on, you know? So all of my settings I had to redo, so the webcam might look different. The mic might sound different. I've tweaked it a little bit. Hopefully it's okay-ish. But let's jump into this live view here. We doing okay over here? Yeah, looking good. Looking goodish. Make that bigger. You guys can see it. There we are. All right, we're going to start at the bottom. This is just from 5 days ago, but I have like 60 or 70 comments to catch up on here. So if you see a blank thumbnail like this, this is just usually means it was a community post. Sometimes I'll put a thumbnail, but if it's just text, it won't put anything over there. This is from the Pursuer. He gives me the Beavis and Butthead emojis. This is on catching up on comments today. So this is on the last one. He has been a member for 4 months. Members have access to like little badges and emojis and cool things like that. Appreciate you, man. I sure do. This is Jamie. Torin for the win. You guys voted. We have chosen Torin, and that's already out on the channel. I'm all worried my quality's messed up here. I guess it looks okay. I get the, I don't know what emoji this is, but thank you, Jamie. I can put my head on sideways. Rob Bomford. Iron Man Warrior sounds absolutely brutal, but I imagine it will also make a good watch. I'm down for it. It's the hardest one. I should have chosen it first, but it is what it is. I'm still absolutely devastated by losing Iron Woman at level 57. We were almost level 58, but I've got to get over it. And the only way to get over it is just go again. As they say, we go again. We're going to do it. Thanks, Rob. The Great Penguin says, Zug Zug. That's for the Horde. How you doing, Penguin? Hope you're well, brother. Zug Zug gang. Everybody's feeling the Horde here. Jamie says, excited about this new world. Seems very cozy and homey. I like it. Super excited to see more. City Skylines 2. Yeah, episode 3. So, I got ahead in City Skylines before my crash. I think I have 10 or 11 episodes ready to, well, they need to be rendered. Some of them are scheduled. But so what's going to happen with City Skylines 2 is you'll see those 10 or 11 episodes. And then what I'm going to do off camera is try to rebuild the city because I lost save points. They were on my C drive, and I can't even see the C drive. It's messed up. I still have it, and I'm still trying to get into it because I have the save points from Hogwarts Legacy, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Skylines. Those save points are on that drive, and it sucks big time. I made another video. I think it came out on today. I'm not sure if these come out at the same time, but basically talking about this. I'm going to start using cloud for my saves. I don't know why I'm against it, but I can't afford to have something like this happen again. So, but as far as Hogwarts Legacy and Red Dead, man, I'm trying not to think about it. This is Bill Willis. He gives me the close-up. I don't know what this is. I think I was doing a creepy smile and either Drew or Ducklord captured that emoji. This is from Jamie on The Party, episode 7, Resident Evil. Really nice episode. Things are getting spicy. I love this game so far. I do too. I really enjoy it. And hold on, let me check something here. Here's the other thing I'm uploading. Oh, okay. I see. Yes, I'm loving that game. I probably just gave something away there. The Pursuer, the game is looking real good, man. Did you add more mods or is this the vanilla look of the game? City Skylines 2. So I have a theme. It's called Vivid 4K or something. It should be listed in the description. If not, I'll be sure to put it in there. But it just applies a theme, so it changes the texture and the overall look of the vanilla game, which it's a great one. There's not many of them out there right now. So if you look up from Paradox Mods, I think you can filter by themes. You'll probably just find a handful. So yeah, I think it's called Vivid 4K or something. And so I applied it across the whole city, so it looks a little nicer. Also, when I'm doing my intros and outros, the little cinematics, there's an in-game option where I can adjust the time of day. And there's a cinematic camera that I use, and you can also mess with clouds and things like that. I look a little bit too bright over here, but I think it's okay. Iron Man Challenge 171. Dustin Dixon. I'll be honest, try again. As a longtime viewer who knows your car issues, are you worried about the stress it causes you, especially financially? I know you like it a lot, just don't stress too much. You're not coming off as rude at all, man. I have been told this by everybody that I know over the years. The car I had before this, the Camaro I had before this one, I had similar problems. It is hard for me to let things go, and I should have let this car go a long time ago. It's in the shop right now as we speak. I took it up yesterday and dropped it back off. I got an O2 sensor issue, and he's hopefully going to start it. And I'm hoping it's covered under the warranty that he did with the engine. It's 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty for the work that he did. So they messed the O2 sensor up or something happened after he did his work. So I'm hoping that's okay. But I appreciate it, Dustin. I really do. If I can get the car mechanically sound again, I might try to see if I can get it repainted or something, or just flat out sell it. But I wouldn't want to try to sell it with it like broken like this, because I just wouldn't get the same amount. And I have a lot of money into this car, even before I had help with it. So, and it's very rare. The car is very rare. There's less than 346 of them that were released here in North America. I looked it up again. I used to think it was less than 1,000, but I looked it up again. It's just a rare, very rare car. It's the 30th anniversary edition. It's got the LT4 instead of the LS4 or the LS1, whatever they had. And it's got a performance package in it, like all this stuff. Anyway, thank you, man. Pursuer, Big E, is there any chance you would consider making this series episodes a bit longer, given it's a weekly release? So these are actually coming out every other day now. I think I changed it up a little bit because I'd gotten so far ahead because I love the game so much. It's a great way for me to just kind of chill. So yeah, they're going to run about an hour, and they will be every other day. And by the way, the schedule is going to be completely changing. I touch upon that in the last King's Room video, which is actually uploading right now. That'll be out before this one. Cynics, that live stream starting screen, I love the music on it. Yeah, I think I did something a little different there. I do miss it too. None of those scenes are here, or I would show them to you. I have to reset up OBS, everything in it. Kind of a pain in the butt. When I was first setting up the channel, I basically became an expert with OBS. All of my settings, I knew where everything was. And then you get them right, and then you don't touch it for 2 years or 3 years, and you kind of forget, what did I have here? What did I have there? It's been a pain. Does Walmart still do 24/7 where you live? The grocery stores here close super early, and they shut the self-checkouts at like 8. I remember watching Asmongold going to Walmart like 3 a.m. It looked awesome. Wish we had 24/7 stores here. Best we have some crappy gas stations where you got to buzz the door and the cashier will come from the back. The Walmart here in Silver City, New Mexico is not 24/7. And they have a delivery time frame as well, obviously. I have lived in places where the Walmarts are open 24/7, but not here. No. And we have the same thing here. There's literally one gas station here in this town that's open 24/7. Everything else closes. No. The Pursuer. This is on a good man. Red Dead Redemption 54. At 901, don't hurt him. Immediately commits murder. Yeah, I was choking this guy out. We can watch this. I was choking this guy out, and I got carried away.
You kidding me? He said don't hurt him.
There it is.
A stone in his boot.
So I'm supposed to scare him off.
Tell Gaddy to take that offer off Mr. Abel, or we get a whole lot more money.
I did it a little bit too long. Whoops. Jamie, hopefully the car stuff gets settled once and for all. I can imagine stress. Yeah, man, I'm tired of messing with this car. I really am. The last 3 years have just been one thing after another. Thanks, Jamie. The Gray Ghost. Does it have to be another Ironman challenge? It does not have to be another Ironman challenge. But I have been trying to do this challenge since Original Cataclysm, towards the end of Original Cataclysm. It's just like a personal thing at this point. It'll probably be ongoing on the channel. There will be other stuff going on as well. But yeah, unfortunately for me, because I have mental problems, it does. Hope you're doing well, man. Daniel. I know it's the same run speed technically, but the Tauren looks so slow. It does. It really does. Because of the size, it just feels like you're moving in slow motion. I've pointed that out many times. Bill Willis. How's it going, Bill? At 22, Mark. Steam's new game, Poop Scooping Simulator. Oh, yeah. We're shoveling horse manure here. It was actually kind of making me, I don't even want to watch it. It was making me queasy because they really went out of their way to make you see that horse poop. It was all shiny and just, ugh. Most of the time there's a community post. If there's a community post, it shows up in my recommended, but not on the day it's posted. It's usually late. Yeah. I don't know what the why YouTube does that. I don't know why I have a limit. You have 3, unless they've changed it recently, but you can have 3 notifications go out a day. So, some days I have 3 videos and some days 4 videos if it's a Fright Night thing. So if I have 2 videos release and then a community post, you don't get alerts for the other 2 things or whatever. It's kind of, I don't really understand it, but it's a thing. Saved by Grace on just a quick message over here. I know a lot of warriors who love undead, but then again, the Tauren Stomp is a favorite of many warriors. I'm hoping this is going to come in handy for us. I really do. GoldenEye, how's it going, GoldenEye? I've got a great comment from him. I think I've already read it, so it might not show up here, but gave me some really good information on Warrior and about like what's coming up and things like that. You guys have helped me out a lot with the Warrior, and I'll need it through this challenge. Undead is the worst race from a hardcore perspective. All 3 others are fairly viable. Undead is just not it. Racials are bad for strict PvE. Yeah, I think what is it? It's Will of the Forsaken, right? Where they can remove charm, fear, or sleep. And yeah, he's right. It's probably the worst one, I think, because there's just not a lot of NPCs that do that to you. I mean, there are some out there, but overall, you wouldn't be using it that much. So I agree there. I just like the aesthetic of the undead, honestly, and the starting area. But yeah, in hindsight, choosing a race that has a good racial for this challenge, especially if you're playing warrior, is going to be the way to go. Dustin Dixon, Orc go biggie. He voted for Orc. Tauren did win. It won by quite a lot, actually. It won by like 40%, I think. Dash Gamer, how's it going, man? I remember the good old days when there were GMs that would talk to you in game when you opened a ticket, and it only took a few hours, not days. Yeah, I remember this too. You'd literally would get messaged in game, say, "Hey, I resolved your ticket," or blah blah blah. Those days are long gone. I was complaining about how I'd opened a ticket. Man, I'm still pissed about it. I got just a generic response that had nothing to do with the ticket I opened. And it was a pain in the ass to actually open the ticket. It wants you to take you through these loops. Try this, try like the automated stuff. Do this, restart your computer, blah, blah, blah. Check the community post. Like basically ask other people in the community how to fix something. We don't do that anymore. I was upset. And I typed in, they give you a space to type in. If you can finally get to the point where you can actually submit a ticket, I typed in, I mean, I didn't go overboard, but a paragraph, very detailed what was going on. I got an automated response saying, restart your computer, reinstall drivers. The last thing they said was hire a local technician to come out and look at your computer for a problem on their server, man. Yeah, those days are long gone. Saved by grace. There are a few places you could do the Darrowshire spirits. One, the place I usually go to is Corrin's Crossing. They share spawns with the other mobs. Safe to do on the perimeter without risk of ads. Just have to keep an eye out for the elite pack that roams the street and comes through there. The other places in the area you could be doing the termite quest, Stratholme. They also share spawns with the other mobs there. Sometimes at that place, I'm able to collect them without killing anything else because someone else had caused them to spawn. I think the mobs at Corrin Crossings are 56 to 57. Very sad to get comments on Iron Man. It was 2 episodes later we died. And had I not died, probably would be level 59 or close to it right now. Thanks, Saved by Grace, man. David Nelson, they did have profession specialization in Burning Crusade. I enjoyed that idea. Not sure why they abandoned it for Wrath. Yeah. I really feel like they could do so much with professions. I have a lot of ideas when I'm into a tree or something like that, and I've said different things, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is with Blizzard, man. Thanks, David. Fly Jumbo Man, the King reads comments 13. Did you play any MMOs before WoW, or was this your first MMO? This was my first MMO, and I started playing in December of 2003. I think, right? 2003 is because it released, I think, in November. Is it 2003 or 2004? Whatever that first year was. I started playing it like a month after. Before that, yeah, I wasn't playing. Before that, I was working all of the time. I mean, I played video games as a kid on like Commodore 64, Atari, like those old school consoles. But then I had a Sega Genesis I would play every once in a while with some friends from work. But I would play like PGA Golf 94, NHL Hockey 93, stuff like that. This was my first MMO. Lebanezer, what's going on, brother? I love the series. Long live the king. Thank you, Lebanezer. This legend gave me a personal shout out over on his channel. You could find him here. This guy's an amazing chef. He does interviews and cooking and all kinds of things over there. I really appreciate that, Lebanezer, if you happen to see this, man. And I did get challenged for some cooking stuff, but I am not a cook. So if I end up taking this up, I will have to somehow cheat. Sloppy Joe's. Hey, Big E. Love hearing about your car stuff. I hope they don't charge you for the repair. I would guess that's not related to the head gasket repair. This often happens where after repairing, something else comes up. I feel like it's mostly Murphy's Law, but it could be something that caused by accident. Take care, my friend. You are right. I'm convinced this was an accidental thing that happened here it's actually the O2 sensor wiring. It's when I was looking for my O2 sensors, I was tracing the wire and literally pulled out of a connection piece. So I think it just got bumped or something. Or, I mean, it could have just been loose anyway. And then now all of a sudden it's bad. But I do hope it's covered too. But even if it's not, an O2 sensor shouldn't be that much money. We'll see. But thank you, man. Cataclysm Goblin Priest, episode 6. Bill Willis, enchanting. Remember, you can enchant vellums now, so even if they're not great enchants, you can save them up for when you change out a piece of gear. Yeah, vellums, I probably should buy some. I've just been, putting it on the same gear over and over again. And I actually looked at them on some episodes, like, should I buy these? Also, for a disenchanting add-on, I use Trade Skill Master. I know I'm not big on it with my auction house stuff, but you can disable the AH part and just type TSM destroy to bring up a DE interface like that. Oh, that's interesting, man. I'll have to look at that. I know Travisine, he talks about Trade Skill Master as well. I think I use Auctionator or Auctioneer for my auction house stuff. Thanks, Bill. The Pursuer, I'm excited for the new Iron Man Warrior. It's going to be intense. Yes, it is. I'll be lucky if I make it to level 20 on a warrior. I really will. Cynics, there is disenchanting macros where it will disenchant the first item in your bag via the mouse over. I used to use this ages ago when I had enchanting character, but somehow I accidentally disenchanted my trinket mid-dungeon. Oh no. I believe since I had the trinket on my hotbar, I must have moused over it and pressed the disenchant macro. I was so confused until I saw the epic item disenchanting materials in my bag. Yikes. That's something that would happen to me. I'm probably just going to go old school and do 2 clicks. That's too risky for me. Cynics, this is a great idea. If you hit 60, do some dungeons, at least get some content out of the character if you don't plan on playing it. Yeah. So sad. So sad, man. It really is. The Pursuer. City Skylines, episode 4. Oh, nice. I thought these were going to be weekly. Please disregard my comment from the previous episode. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I decided to change it up because I just love the game. It's really, really chill. And I've gotten a lot more familiar with how things work in City Skylines 2. It's a lot different than City Skylines 1, especially the economy. Good God, is it hard to make money. But I've got a strategy now that I think will work, and I'm going to maintain that. Pursuer, I'm really liking the whole vibe of the city so far. Thank you, man. This is after the change. And like I said, I'm going to try to off camera get the city back because I did lose that save point, but I'll get it as close as I can and we'll just continue that series because I love the map. Great map there. City Skylines 2, episode 4. Love the vibe of this town a lot, E. I want to move in now. I request the mayor of this town to build my Rockstar mansion this instant. You already got it, my friend. Yes, you did. As a matter of fact, every member on the channel, plus whoever else wants to be here, you don't have to be a member. You guys have your own places coming up, if not already, in a video that's out. Yeah, I went through and gave everybody mansions. David Nelson on the Goblin Priest, episode 6. I tend to keybind the disenchant button so I don't need to move the mouse so much. I did not try to make a macro for disenchanting. Oh, disenchant the button. Okay. That's a good idea too. Yeah, that's a good idea. I might just end up doing that. That's in my wheelhouse to do. Thanks, David. Dustin Dixon. Gotta say this Goblin series is your most underrated currently. Oh, thank you, man. Healing is a lot of fun. I enjoy it personally. It's chill. It could also be intense sometimes, especially if you got a squishy tank, but those are usually just like in the beginning levels, right? Once you get up to a certain level, everybody pretty much has some decent gear and people aren't so squishy. Big pulls can be fun and interesting. They can also be annoying, but I am enjoying healing. I always have. Well, not always, but I enjoy it now. Casatali, he gives me the comfort, the path down. I tried to be as discreet as I could with the thumbnail and the title. You know, I didn't want to make some cheesy thing that YouTubers do where you basically give it away in the thumbnail, right? I try not to do that. Now I realize I made the Tauren, I probably released the first episode of the Tauren Iron Man a little bit too early, but man, I was not in a good mindset. I think I waited 2 days before I did it, but I realized some people may have seen the Torin episode come out. It's like, what is this? Is he starting a new one? Did he die? Right? I didn't want that to happen, but it probably spoiled it. I hope it didn't, but Piu, that's so sad. You were so close. You did amazing anyway. It was a long run. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words there. No reason for me to have died, but I did because I went to the cave. And oh my God, did I get unlucky with so much stuff. Ridiculous amount of being unlucky. And I went over that, and I think in the Torin, I'm trying not to talk about Iron Woman in the Torin because it's a new Let's Play, but it's pretty hard to do. But I watched when I was doing the edits and making that amazing outro ending. I thought I did a pretty good job on it. Man, I watched where I died about 5 times. I got so unlucky with so many things. So many things. It was crazy. First of all, to get resisted by a mob 3 levels below me, a green mob, pretty rare, but it happened. Before that, I got unlucky because I had LOS, the caster, and an imp. They both came. I was hoping to freezing trap the caster. If I'd done that, that whole thing could have played out differently. But I froze the imp instead, so I had the caster on me. Feign Death got resisted, didn't know it. Then I had, on the way out, I had the mobs pat too close. Like, I had gotten around these 2 mobs that were near, but whatever's chasing you is going to run in a straight line. They're not going to follow you like that. So they ran too close, pulled the Doom Guard thing, which has a charge. That's another unlucky thing. I got a wing clip on the mob that was chasing me. I'd gotten away from it. But because he had aggroed the Doom Guard, which had charge, which is super unlucky. If that mob had not had charge, Feign Death would have come up. I would have been able to do a Feign Death again. I thought I had gotten away. My health was super low. He charged me. I got knocked down. And if you look, there was like a second and a half. I died a second and a half before Feign Death was off of CD. Just, it's terrible, man. Man, this intro always gets me jiggly wobbly. Yeah, I like it too. I do the best I can to make them unique, the intros for the characters, and some are better than others, but I do like that one. Stubby says no. That's what I said too, man. It was sad. Mackenzie, absolutely tragic. That was a hell of a run. Rip Iron Woman. Thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. This SpongeBob is terrifying. I noticed that before. I don't know what's going on with that SpongeBob, but it's absolutely terrifying. The Pursuer. Yeah, it says it all. That was a rough one, man. This was even rougher than my 57 Paladin because this is the Iron Man challenge, right? It was bad. Jamie says, truly sorry. That's so damn sad. You did your best. Found your channel around the start of this run, and I'll stay forever. Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. It makes me feel good. Iron Woman won't be forgotten. Rip. I kind of started tearing up at the end. Beautiful, but heartbreaking. Much love, Eric. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate those kind words. Yeah, I was trying not to be too dramatic, but it was a big blow. And so I created I didn't create the music, but put the music in there with the little video. I actually wasn't sure if I was able to, in the spirit form, to go on the boat and all that, but I did. I just went up to, I never remember the name of the place. Dark Shore? Yeah, Dark Shore. Got on the boat, went over to Teldrassil, and then I took her back to where we started and did it that way with some pretty sad music. This is on Mia and Eveline, episode 8. Touch Me Nancy. That's not a creepy little girl at all. Yeah, this is, God, man. They did really well with this game. Yes, they did. She is damn creepy. The game is scary as hell. A lot of jump scares in it. Not good for an old man's heart. This is Kratos. This place is such a death trap. I avoided at all costs. You did very great in this challenge. The patience you had made it really, really far. You will ding 60 with the next try. I hope so. Thank you, Kratos. I appreciate it. I dig the name there. I just realized that I have not played this game. What is it called? I've not played that. I kind of want to play this game, but I've not done it yet. I watched a little bit of it, but that's, I think, that dude's name, right? That character. David Nelson on the path down. What a gut punch. Sorry for your loss. Very nice touch with the cinematics. Thank you, David. I appreciate that, man. I think Andrea is going to have the most remembered ascension to Misty Mountain Gaming. I saw this comment before and I wasn't sure what it meant, but right before I died, somebody subscribed to the channel, so Funkmaster E came up. And I don't even remember it because I was so like focused and panicky. I don't even remember it coming up, but I did see it pop up. Mercedes, you made it so far with no profession, screens, blues, or talents. You are a master. So sorry for your loss. It was a valiant effort. Well, thank you. Not quite a master, but hopefully we can make it to 60. And the best way to avenge the death of Iron Woman, the Night Elf Hunter, is on a warrior, right? It's like the toughest one you can do. Thanks, Mercedes. I need a drink. That's my last sip. David Nelson, episode 3, Skylines. I've been watching Overcharged Egg and City Planner for years now. Both are great channels. Yes, they are. Biffa is another one. I just love Overcharged Egg's personality and his production. I mean, if you watch those channels, they do cut like the same things, where they'll do time lapses and things like that. Overcharged Egg, I have stolen a lot from my current build. They're just able to do things. It's just inspiring. That's why I actually started playing. I started playing City Skylines because I was watching Imperial Jedi. He's a great builder too. I was watching that guy play. I was like, man, it just looks fun. And I got hooked on it immediately. But it's cool that you watch them too. And City Planner Plays, if you don't know, is actually a city planner in real life. So that's always interesting. And there's another guy too. I think he's an engineer or something, but it's always fun to watch that dynamic because they're so knowledgeable and they are talking about stuff in game that, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? If you like City Skylines too, I recommend both of these people, but all the big ones are out there, easy to find. Torment. No, not Iron Woman, so close to the finish line too. This was a great runny. You'll get it next time for sure. I'm not confident I will on the Warrior, but I'm going to do my best, man. Thanks, Torment. Hope you're doing well, brother. This is Nimue, Hogwarts Legacy, revealing dark magic. Oh my God, don't stand when there's ancient magic floating on the ground to be picked up in the cave after the last spiders. You need it in case something else happens. When you leave it hanging, it disappears, and you cannot sell your Wiggenweld. Just don't fight so good. I don't know what's going on. I checked the difficulty. It's just on regular difficulty, but it feels like it needs to be increased because I just don't use Wiggenweld potions anymore. So you will not need to heal. And try to catch more beasts, 2 of each male and female, and 4 species to each vivarium, and breed them because you need to have 10 different species. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the dark magic, I don't think I saw it, what you're talking about there. And it doesn't surprise me. I miss so much. Yeah, I didn't even notice it, but thank you so much for letting me know. Also about the beasts too. They can hold 4 species to each. Okay, it's good to know. Thank you, Nimue. One of my biggest supporters on the Hogwarts Legacy. And Nimue, I have bad news. The save point for this game is on the drive that can't be accessed. I'm still going to try to get it off. I'm still going to try to access the drive, but I just don't know how to do it. It's actually in this machine. Well, it's not now. I took it out. Did I? I think I took it out because I was scared. But after I got this drive up, this new thing, I put it in there as a secondary drive. The BIOS doesn't see it. Now that's a big thing right there. So I went into the OS and I did disk management. What the hell is it called? I think it's disk management, where you can initialize a disk, you can partition it, all kinds of stuff. Not there. So that drive is, it might be like it got electronic. It took a shock or something from that motherboard. I don't know, but it is definitely screwed up. I mean, I have a feeling just the master boot record on it it's got some bad sector or something, and it just doesn't read it. So that really sucks because we have a lot of time in Hogwarts Legacy, a lot of hours into it, and Red Dead Redemption. Those might be done unless I can get the save points off this. So I am so sorry about that. We'll see. I'll keep my fingers crossed. We'll see what happens there. The Cynics, it actually popped up at 2738 that the Fang got resisted, but it's very hard to notice. Resisted. Oh my God, I didn't even see this, man. I didn't even see it. Dude, I wish there was something bigger than that, man. Like, I'm not going to be, when you feign death, I'm just used to looking at the bar. So if you watch this, so here's the imp frozen. That was bad. I mean, I should not have done this. Here's the thing that ends up killing me right here. So watch this mob as I'm feigning death here. Now, what's strange, what I don't understand about this is I should be attackable here. Is he actually attacking me? See what he does? Where he does that? I should have run. If I had run out right here, we would have survived. But when I saw him like face towards me, I was like, what's going on? Is he bugging out? So because I thought that my feign was good, I chose to stay here. I was going to let the pet die. You don't want to get out of feign death. I mean, I could have, but I didn't know what was going to happen, obviously. So you let the pet die. I'm far enough away to when I stand up, I don't aggro these mobs. This one runs back. So here's how it went down.
I could have pulled this off.
Yeah, this was unlucky. If he had frozen, I could have killed this one. I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been close, but I think it would have went down a lot differently.
He just has to die here.
So then he starts attacking me. This is when I realize. So no wing clip. So I'm far enough away from this guy. I don't actually know who pulled this guy, but we don't pull it here. Yeah, see, they're not pulled yet. Actually, it's this imp, isn't it? I don't know if you can see the imp. They path straight across, ends up pulling, probably pulled the imp and then pulled this guy. So he's got a wing clip on him, right? Here's my feign death. I've got 18 seconds. He's got the wing clip. I'm dead. I pop into the hawk or cheetah. I would have gotten away. Look at my feign death. I got charged. If that mob had not had charged, I don't think he would have caught me. So what? Look at my feign death here, man. Please. 2 seconds. 2 effing seconds, and I would have been able to hit feign death again. Oh my God, it's so painful, man. Thanks for letting me know that, Cynics. I did not know that I would be able to see it. I've never seen that right below the bar. If I get into that situation again on a hunter, I'll know to make sure I look at the bar to see if it. Usually it's quite obvious because you'll just keep getting attacked, right? You feign death and the mob just stays on you. But so that's another unlucky thing. He just chose to go back to the pet to cast. David says, I did not notice that the first time through the video. I didn't notice it at all. Thanks for letting me know. Holy moly. This is going way back to an episode called PTSD, the Aquaphobic Mage Challenge, episode 1. The Gray Ghost. You mentioned the Bozo show. Bozo the Clown, man. I grew up watching the Bozo show, 1985. The Wizard Clown was my favorite. And this show is how I learned about the anti-hero Plastic Man. Wow, I don't know what I was talking about in here, but I think I actually kind of remember. I was on a show when I was a kid called Sandy the Clown. I'm pretty sure I'm talking about, well, I don't know what's going on, but oh, you know what it is? It's the innkeeper's hair, the undead, the ones that have the hair that come out to the side. There's a clown called Bozo, and he had this red hair that came straight out to the side, and I was probably talking about that. Wow, Gray Ghost, man. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, so 85, I would have been 15 years old because I'm old as hell. But he was on for a long time, Bozo. I remember him, I think from the late 70s. I mean, it could be wrong, but and I don't know who Plastic Man is, but that's interesting. Thanks for going back to these old videos, man. I appreciate that. This is user, our user, our viewer challenges. We have a whole bunch of those. Touch Me Nancy says, very solid run. Iron Man ain't no joke, Rip, and I can't wait to see the next adventure. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it, man. We're doing it again. We go again. Probably won't make it to level 57, but I'm going to do my best. Dustin says, I'm so sorry it was so close. I'm sad for you, brother. Keep up, Iron Man. Yeah, I plan to do this until I make it or die. Saved by Grace gives me the cry emote. I'm truly sorry. You had a remarkable, impressive run. I'm sure you have gone further in the classic Iron Man challenge than has ever done before. No, I've not. This is as far as I ever got. Yeah, I got into the 50s on another Iron Man challenge during Mr. Pandaria, but 57 is definitely the highest I've got on the Iron Man for sure. The tribute at the end was priceless. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did put a lot of time into that. I was actually making that basically an hour after I died. I started making it, just kind of try to get my mind off of it. Baron says, thanks for the ride, Biggie. Learned a lot, enjoyed it till the end, the bitter end. Thank you, Baron. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. We're going to do it again. Oh, Erlame. I'm so sorry, Iron Woman. Your endurance in the face of all odds will not be forgotten. Your spirit shall find eternal rest in the woods of Teldrassil, between the gentle breeze and the dark leaves and the calming tickle of streams. Trickle even. Secretly excited to begin an entirely new journey with you, Biggie. That was very beautifully written. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Love the avatar, the pic there. Very cool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thanks for the kind words. It was very nice. I need to hire you to do my words at the end of a death. Dash Gamer on the path down. Dang, that sucks. You made it so far. I thought this would be it, but now it looks like Warrior will be it once you start. Sorry I didn't make it, but I love the series and can't wait to see another one. I'm glad people are enjoying this. I really am. I have people stop by from time to time, say, what a waste of time, you know, stuff like that. As they're death scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and YouTube videos, what a waste of time, right? Yeah, it's fun. Well, is it fun? It's fun for me in a weird way, but thanks for watching, Dash. Appreciate it. Eel Hayes gives me the big no. Yeah. That's how I felt as well. Todd Smith. Hey, what's going on, Todd? Haven't seen you in a bit. So sorry, man. At least you went out fighting instead of a DC. Good work. Absolutely. This was my own fault. And I would, like, if I had died in a disconnect on a hardcore server where that's just it, your character's done, that would have been unforgivable. This is something I messed up on. I have no business in the cave. Despite the fact that I got super unlucky, it's my fault. And I've got to swallow that pill. Skylar, rip indeed. Thank you, Skylar. A potato tries again. Is this? I think I actually died in a first episode of an Iron Man challenge. Is it this one? No, maybe it was the one before this. I'm not sure. That looks like Iron Woman right there. I'm not sure. Is it? Let's see what this is. Oops. Oh, no. Darn it. I hate when that happens. It's not what I was trying to do. Let's roll back down here. We should be right at the end. Gosh, I have a lot of comments. Oh, my God. I have so many. It's going to be a long video. Darn it. I can't see what it is now. Once I put a heart on it and I leave the page and come back, it views that as me having replied. Liam Robinson, 2610, right on the dot. What is this? Let's check this out. Links will go to a new tab.
It's like Willie Nelson a little bit, man.
Is that Willie? I'm getting some lag over here. That is Willie, isn't it? He's got a very distinct voice. Man, I'm really sad, man. Just God, I can't believe the save point is gone for that game. I don't know how many hours I have in it. Can I actually see this on Steam? I'm going to open up Steam to see how many hours I have played on this game, man. What an incredible game. Just unbelievable. Let's show me. 80 hours of playtime on this game, man. God. Dude. I'm going to see if I can get rid of the crap like that. I can't stand stuff that pops up automatically from applications. Willie did it. Wow, that's incredible, man. So many. The soundtrack of this game is just incredible. I can't believe they got Willie to sing on this, man. John Dahl, grats on getting that far. Good job, bro. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I don't know if I've seen you before. If you're new, and if you plan to stick around, welcome to the Misty Mountain Gaming family. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. I appreciate that. Dustin says that was great. This is the ice cream thief. So I did find out who sent that very well-written Royal Guard letter. That was Cynics. Yes, it was. It just added so much to this episode. When you guys are creative and interactive with me like that, it works its way into videos sometimes. It just makes it that much better. Such a great community. Thank you, Cynics. If you watch the beginning of this video, if you've not seen it, it's not really RPing, but it's kind of funny. I really, really enjoyed it. Jamie says, super fun to watch. This felt like a 20-minute video. Would love to see more potentially, but might be unnecessary to make a series out of. Definitely going to give it a try. Oh, Where in Warcraft? Yeah, this is just a fun thing I did just randomly. I actually think I made this the same day I died on the Iron Man challenge, but I didn't release it for a while. I think that's how that happened. I was trying to get my mind off of it. This is a really fun game. If you fancy yourself pretty good with Warcraft and where things are in the game, just Google Where in Warcraft. You'll have a lot of fun. You can choose classic or retail, which is much, much harder because there's so many zones. If you choose classic, right, it's just Azeroth. It's just Azeroth, Eastern Kingdoms. The other one, and Teldrassil. Great start. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's referring to the Cynics letter there. Thank you, Jamie. David Nelson, you certainly could not let that ice cream melt out and all that heat. You did what needed to be done. Yeah, I don't feel too good about the decision I made with the ice cream. But it happened. The Pursuer says, 452, 1010 jump scares. This game has so many jump scares. Let's see what this is. I'm ready.
Oh my God.
Still got me. Still got me. Yeah. Great game. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard has been a lot of fun right now. The Pursuer says, at 1126, Raccoon City is a place in which the events of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 happen. Yeah, I recognize that name when I was reading this thing. I didn't point it out, but it's because I don't really know too much about it. But I also read a book. I started reading a book. There's a series of Resident Evil books. They're not that good. I mean,